The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised. Caution. You are now entering the all-consuming realm of Shay's Paranormal Chat, where the things that are better left unsaid are actually said.
Shut up and sit down.
You're listening to Shay's Paranormal Chat. Paranormal podcasting done Shay's way. Tons of fun.
Dude, seriously?
A bit sarcastic.
Hashtag investigator, not hunter.
But always real.
Hashtag data, not evidence.
Don't get your panties in a twist.
Oh my god, really?
This is real, raw conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shay's Paranormal Chat. We're already laughing. If you can't tell, we're a few minutes late tonight. Hello to everybody in chat. Roland, you threw me off, man.
Can I say it?
Should I introduce you first, or do you just want to go for it?
No. Go ahead, introduce us, so that way they can sit there going, okay, we're not going to talk to that guy.
Okay.
Who invited him on the show? Good Lord.
Right?
Right?
Jeez. And I want to make this like a regular thing with these guys. What the hell was I thinking? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Tonight, as it says in the description, we have Cynthia and Roland from Raven Rose. I would say their last name, but I've never heard it. I have no idea how to say their last name. Kelly didn't say it when she was on their show.
Nope.
It's pronounced like it looks. It's pronounced like it looks.
I don't buy it.
Yeah. Jero
Diaz.
There you go.
Jero.
Yeah. Jero Diaz. Yep.
Okay, so let's start over. Welcome, everybody. TGIF. Tonight we have Raven Rose, Cynthia, and Roland. I already forgot how to say it.
Jero Diaz.
Jero Diaz. There we go.
There you go. That worked.
Oh, and you guys have been looking forward to this all week. Oh man, what were you thinking?
I know, right?
Setting the bar high for us.
Man. So, we had some Skype issues again. I had Skype issues a couple weeks ago. So
that's because Kelly's back. I told you.
God damn her. Oh yes, everybody. Sorry. He really threw me off when I went to unmute, and he's already swearing.
I haven't sworn yet.
Oh, you were talking about swearing. Yes, everybody.
Yeah,
Kelly McCarville, the love of my life, is back.
I missed you guys. Hello.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been a couple weeks, but it feels like a couple years. It's been forever.
So,
I can't remember which week it was, but I was seriously teary that you guys were all on and I was not, and missed you guys.
We missed you too.
I love you.
Love you.
Somebody has their volume on. We're echoing.
That's probably Roland.
Yeah, that was me. Because I just came on and logged on, so now I'm not echoing, right? Okay.
If they never return to Shay's Paranormal Chat, they no longer like me.
I doubt that'll happen.
Let's give some shout-outs before we get into this because you know me, I have to do the beginning and the end. Oh, I'm talking over him. It's echoing.
Yeah, he said you're going to hear an echo.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Echo, echo, no echo?
No echo.
No.
Okay.
Are we good?
Are we good? I don't know.
I'm
still trying to post. Oh, no, wait. Oh.
I gave up posting because nothing is cooperating. Okay, so tonight in the chat room we have Wolf, we have Aaron, we have Miss Kim, we have Shay, we have Mallory, we have Cynthia. And that is it so far. So thank you guys for coming. And if you're listening and not in chat, I appreciate it. I should say we appreciate it. I'm telling you, OCD, when something gets thrown off, it really messes everything up. So
I'm back.
For anybody that doesn't know, you guys want to quickly say when and how and why you guys got started in the paranormal?
When and how and why. Go ahead, babe. You can start.
Fuck.
That's all he's been talking about all week. I gotta drop the first F-bomb. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, now we are clear of that, right? So we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the night, right?
Right.
Okay. Anyways, Raven Rose itself started about a year and a half ago with Cindy and I, and but we've been doing this about 5 years with just her and I, and then we've been interested in since like Jesus walked the earth. My initial starting off was basically just out of the curiosity, wanting to know about life after death and all that other trippy stuff when you're way back in the 80s doing drugs. So that's basically how we got started. And then of course I used to be in a Wiccan coven, so we learned about spiritualism stuff that way. And then as it progressed, I came here. I found out that there was a lot of scary places around here. And then I met up with Cynthia, and we shared some of the ideas about, ghost hunting, and we watched Ghost Hunters and everything like that and followed it. And then finally one day, I was at work, and then the phone rang, and she gave me a call, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to ghost hunt?" And I said, "Duh." So, and eventually that was the response. And the first place we went to was Farrar. And then from there, it took off till we finally turned around and says, we should start a team. So we got together, and then it was Taylor. We ended up hooking up with Taylor Boggs. And then he was our tech guy, and he was our skeptic who kept everything, grounded and rooted. And then there was Emmett. We decided, because we wanted to videotape everything, and he was going through multimedia classes and what most appropriate person to pick. So then we ended up having Emmett join us, and him being the fresh eyes to all of this stuff. And I know that's kind of a brief summary of how we got started. Cindy's got a more, I think she had more of the actual, I saw something kind of experience. So, Cindy.
Well, mine was basically when I was younger. I would stay at my grandparents' house, and they have a big mirror over the fireplace. And I was sitting watching TV one day, and I kind of looked up into the mirror and saw this mist floating down. And I looked back, and there was nothing there. And I looked back into the mirror, and there was something there. And so that kind of got me started on it. And I've had several experiences since then. Various from hearing, not to sound schizophrenic, but hearing voices and seeing mists, hearing footsteps, things of that nature. And then when I started work as a security guard at Hillshire, my boss was into it as a hobbyist. and asked if we wanted to join them on one of their excursions. And I said, well, duh, yeah. And then I went, and as Roland said, I asked him, and he's like, duh, yeah. And that's kind of how that started. So that's kind of how we started.
I have a question that I really don't know the answer to, and you're going to be surprised. How long have you guys been married?
God roamed the earth. No. We have been together for 20 years this year, and we will have been married for 9.
How did you put up with him for 20 years?
Oh, I
was thinking it took 11 years to convince her to make it official.
I randomly would punch her while she sleeps, so that way she doesn't remember about the night previous or the day previous. And so that's how it works.
Oh, I see. So now we're promoting like beating your wife while taking drugs.
Oh no! That's not the case. That's
this is
memory
going downhill fast,
I
guys.
guess that's what it's called, right? Memory enhancement.
Yes.
There we go.
We'll go with that. I think most people that are listening know we're kidding.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. No, I love my wife, and trust me. At the moment I raise my fist to her, she'll turn into the big, huge Phoenix Force, and she'll burn me, and I'll die. So I try not to look into her eyes and say anything. I mean, I'm the typical guy who sits there and goes, yeah, whatever I want has to be okay with her. So,
Yep.
That's why you've been together 20 years.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, see?
Yep. Exactly. As Jody said, she goes, would I wear the pants in the house? Depending on which one she wants.
When it's okay with the wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
I make all
froze.
the decisions as long as she says it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
There we go.
there we go. Nick Pashuta joined us in the chat. So did Anna. And again, I am so sorry, Mama Pat. I did not mean to miss you.
Hi, Nick.
Did you see her comment? She's like, it's okay. Happens all the time.
Yeah.
In her best Eeyore voice.
Yep.
That's okay. I thought it said in my nicest voice. I missed the Eeyore part.
No, in her ear.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I
Really?
Did I totally throw you off? I really apologize if I threw you off.
You did.
Sorry,
I also
not
did
sorry.
take a nap today, so I'm a little off of that. That's not true. I did take a nap. I took a nap at like 8 o'clock this morning.
That's not nap time. What the hell's wrong with you?
When you get up at 3, it is kind of nap time.
Again, what the hell's wrong with you? You don't go get up at 3. You go to bed at 3.
Last night, I listened to Kim's show on this network, and then went to Roland and Cynthia's show, and then I listened to Nick on Short Bus, all from my bed. So
Awesome.
I don't even know where to go now.
That was like the John Lennon moment, really. That was like a total John Lennon moment, wasn't it?
Listening in bed, you mean? Sorry, it took me a minute.
I was thinking. I was like, what? What? What is he talking about?
The whole famous, he didn't get out of bed forever. Yeah. It took me a minute.
See, I was pretending I
The rest
got it
of us aren't
before.
that
Now
old,
I really
Roland.
got it. Oh, man.
Oh, good God.
Okay.
Leave it to my husband.
Yep. I don't get thrown off too often. Not like this, but I am. I'm like, so Cynthia, you are a witch.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are.
I say the same thing too, and she punches me. How did you get away with that?
That's why, because I said it slowly. I'm like, I don't want this to come out wrong. That was a question. Like,
No, that is correct. I am a witch.
Now, are you you consider yourself, we've done this before, and I always screw this up for everybody, but are you like an intuitive? What do you consider yourself?
Are you a good witch or are you a bad witch?
I was skipping that.
Well, I don't hex people and curse people, if that's what you're asking. But no, I consider myself to be a psychic intuitive. I am not a medium. I do not have the ability to see your grandmother standing behind you and say, "Oh, your grandmother's right there, and she says this." My abilities are more clairaudience and clairsentience, which is I can go into a building or a place and sense what's happened. I can go into a building or a place and I can hear conversations from the past, or just lately within the past year or so, I've actually had it to where spirits have actually been speaking to me, and I can actually focus in and hear that. But as for being able to see somebody standing in front of me or see the events that have happened there, like a vision, clear vision, that's not me.
Okay, but if spirits speak to you, doesn't that make you a medium? Or are you just not comfortable yet? You're not.
Kelly is shaking her head. Yes,
because not all mediums see them. Some mediums,
No, I don't see them. I don't see them with my eyes. I see them in my head.
Actually, most mediums I hear they don't see them. So, but you're just not comfortable going to that level, naming yourself that yet. I'm
just not used to that level yet, I guess. So,
titles are weird. You know, I mean, it's something about putting a title on yourself that all of a sudden it's different, you know?
Because you have to live up to it once you name it.
Right. And I don't consider myself a Teresa Caputo type psychic medium, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, and there's no way you could get me to stand up in front of thousands of people and go, "Hey, I'm talking to your mom right now." You know?
Maybe never say never, though.
But
you never know what you're going to end up doing.
Right? That is true.
You never know.
Yes, I am a practicing Wiccan. I've been a practicing Wiccan for about, 18 years now. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
And I keep losing chat. Sorry. This is why I was so good when I was by myself. Not with Matt, but the show before that, I was like all serious. There was like serious for me, anyways.
You guys can't see it listening to us, but I'm pouting. I think she's saying I should go away again.
No, I'm glad you're back. It's more relaxing. Like, I was like staying focused before. Now I'm just like, my girl's back. I don't have to worry about it. She'll rein me in if I go. She even checked up on me. She came in to check. I just want to make sure she's behaving. I was.
No, I was checking. They were all behaving and being nice to you.
Oh, I see.
Because, you know, they get out of control, that chat room.
If you roll a comment in chat, if Cindy goes to the beach, does she become a sandwich?
Put on chick.
That's funny.
Wait. I have this.
God.
They put new little features on Skype, and it's amusing me. I'm sorry, everybody. I'll behave now and focus.
No, she won't.
No, I won't.
No, she won't.
This is what happens when I go away. I can't focus.
If the three of you are waiting for me to behave and rein this show in, you guys got a better chance of seeing God, because that don't happen.
Oh, good.
We're breaking the ice, you know, like we're breaking something. I don't know what.
Right. I think I broke it early, right at the get-go, so it's irreparable at this point from here on.
It's all your fault.
Yes.
What?
Yes. You know, literally, that is literally probably one of the important catchphrases whenever we go out and ghost hunt. If something breaks, generally it's because of my fault. Because either
that's so not true.
seriously, like the one time we went, the first Paracon we went to was the one that you, Kelly, was hosting in Cedar Rapids.
In Waterloo.
I think that's what it's called. No, not where we actually went to. This is the first one we went to visit because
Yeah, that was Cedar Rapids.
Okay, so here we are. We got all our gear and everything like that, all our overnight stuff, and we're coming to the hotel. And Cindy's like standing there signing on, and I'm coming in. I just finished parking the car, bringing all the stuff in, and sitting on the table is a bell. And the moment I walk up, she literally took the bell and moved it somewhere else.
Just so you would.
She could tell by the twinkle in your eye that you were going to be trouble.
So yeah, literally, it's like, and then like for example, the first time we went to Malvern, you know how you have the nurses' wing right there and everything like that. Mm-hmm. I'm walking in and I'm like touching everything, and she goes, "Stop it! You're going to break something." Josh is going to get mad.
Touching things.
So yeah, if something breaks, more than likely it's my fault.
He's like a kid in a freaking candy store. Oh,
I was just thinking that, but I didn't say it because I pick on Rolly a little too often, I think. So
no, trust me, I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
He does.
I'm just making
so
sure
where
there's
was
no
the
questions
first?
yet.
So where was the first place you guys ever investigated?
The first place we ever investigated would have been Farrar School.
Farrar.
Yes. Farrar. Farrar is an amazing...
Can I interject? Can I interject?
Yes.
The very first place we actually officially investigated was Farrar. Now, the first place I believe that we actually investigated just because it was really trippy, and Cindy's actually better than describing this, is our apartment when we lived in Alta.
Oh, Lord. Which one?
The one where we were downstairs and Corey's apartment was upstairs, and I swear to God we could,
Street. Yeah, because we actually had two different apartments in Alta. The first one we lived in was in the old hospital, and that hospital was built in like the 1800s. And we had the front apartment, and that place every night, 2:30 in the morning, the door would open and close. You could see shadows walking down the hallway. I was in the bathroom and I was taking a bath, and the towel that I had was ripped off.
Better than what I thought she was going to say.
I know, right?
The towel was ripped off of the shower bar. But yeah, no, the apartment that he's talking about in Alta was on Cherokee Street, and we were in the lower apartment, and a friend of ours was in the upstairs apartment, and you could just hear stomping around and moving and everything up there when he was not home. And so finally one day we looked at him and we said, "Can we go up there and just see what the heck's going on up there?" And he's like, "Oh, please." So we'd go up there, and it never fails. It's like you go up there and you sit and nothing. But the minute that you leave, it would all start up again. And we kind of figured out that it was funny because he had a door to the attic, and they had it padlocked for some reason. And we never found out why. But the guy that had lived there before he did broke the padlock off of the attic door and opened it up. And from then on is when stuff started to get real crazy in that apartment. So there must have been something up in that attic that they didn't want out. And
the other thing too was that the other thing too that was involved with that particular apartment was we had a friend, and he had a Furby. And personally, I think Furbies are created by little minion demons from the lower depths of hell, because they're just the most freakiest things in the universe. But anyways, he had a Furby that would not shut off. So finally, what he did was, in that same apartment, he pulled out the battery, and we all watched him pull the battery out, click it back in, and put it into one of the cabinets because we didn't want to listen to it. And as he was closing it, the Furby turned around and goes, "No, I'm scared." Literally. And this is all in that apartment. So it's really, yeah. So from then on, I'm like scarred from ever seeing Furbies.
Because a Furby is like one step away from a doll, and no, just no.
And they didn't actually say many words. It was mostly Furby
No.
language, wasn't it?
Yeah, but to hear it sit there saying as it was closing,
Yeah, that's what I
you
mean.
know,
It
and
wasn't supposed to be saying
logically,
that.
yeah, it wasn't supposed
be
to. And I logically thought that maybe because, you know, the battery, there's a little bit of juice that got left over. But that's not in its language to turn around and say, no, I'm scared.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So that was when we started, I'd say we'd started being para-curious.
Yep.
Para-curious.
Yep. New words. Para-curious.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like my definition now? Anytime you guys stick the two words together, I'm going to say it was Rolandized.
Yep.
It was Rolandized. Yep.
That was awesome last night. That was really cool when that showed up in chat. I was like, hey, look, Shay put up a new word. Rolandized.
Yeah.
It'll have to go in Mama Pat's dictionary.
Yep.
Rolandized.
Nick, anybody out there should know, of course, Nick is from Short Bus. You should just be able to say Nick, like Madonna. It's, you know, one word.
Right?
Nick and
Right.
Sue.
There can be
Nick,
no other.
you know, yeah. Nick Pashuta from Short Bus Paranormal said, we have used Furbies on investigations with some interesting things happening. So.
Well, it would be almost similar to like, I think I was watching a video of a paranormal group actually using a Teddy Ruxpin, you know, and Teddy Ruxpins, they only have the little tape recorder.
Right.
You know, and again, I'm very skeptical, and I don't know if it was fixed or anything, so I have to look at it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But this Teddy Ruxpin thing, it would just, you know, mumble out a story, but then every once in a while it would say something that it normally doesn't say. You know, and things like that, animatronic kind of creatures. I'm always, you know, curious if like it can be possessed or spiritually manipulated, because you know how energies can affect things. But Furbies, Ruxpins, anything like that, I don't know. They're kind of creepy.
I was confused Furbies with Gremlins. Like, which came out first? A Furby or
Gremlin.
a Gremlin?
Gremlins came out a long time ago.
Gremlins, yeah.
So
Gremlins
Furbies were stolen from Gremlins.
Furbies came out when my kids were little, I think. Gremlins came out when I was little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About
that time they had the Tamagotchis and the Teddy Ruxpins. So
I remember this. I didn't have a Teddy Ruxpin, but my one of my many younger siblings had one. I can't remember which one. I think it was Kristen.
I never wanted one. They scared me.
Yeah.
Talking animals, talking dolls. No, just no.
Yeah.
Just no.
Yeah.
I don't have a fear of dolls. I really don't. Or clowns or anything like that. I have a fear of animals coming out of the woods and getting me, and I would have to sacrifice my sister, and she would die, and I would be sad. But other than that, you know. But
I don't have a fear of dolls as per se, because I mean I love the porcelain dolls and the Harlequin dolls and things like that. I love those. I have a collection of those. But for me, the animatronic possibility of speaking back at you dolls.
20 years, that's where we'll be with robots.
And I think mine came from Poltergeist with that stupid clown.
The clown.
I think freaked me
the kid
out.
from underneath the bed.
Yes. That thing was just wrong for so many reasons.
Well, I don't know. I think
the
the Talking Tina one was probably the start of all my paranoia of dolls.
I don't remember that one.
The old Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I've seen pictures and stuff now, but I don't remember it for the time.
Yeah.
That must have been before my days. Sorry, I don't know the one.
I've only seen it from pictures and stories and stuff. I've never seen one in real life.
Yeah, if you get the chance, watch the Twilight Zone episode. It's pretty freaky.
I've never seen that show. I've never.
Not funny, Wolf.
Adam, behave. That's my mom voice. He'll laugh in 30 seconds when he hears it. So, you guys have sometimes 3 shows a week on Facebook Live on Raven Rose Paranormal. Let's see if I can get this right. I didn't even look. So Mondays,
I know.
you hush. Mondays is the card reading one.
Yep.
Tuesdays is Tech Talk with Tyler, sometimes when he's able.
Yep.
And
Taylor. Yep.
Oh, sorry. Is it Taylor? Did I say it wrong? Taylor?
Yeah, it's Taylor.
Taylor. I'm sorry, Taylor, if you're listening. And then Thursdays is your guest/topic type shows, right?
Right.
Which I love.
Hold on, I'm going to see if somebody's at the door.
And then every once in a while, randomly on the page, non-interview, I have the question of the week. And generally, I just post that out and see if anyone ever answers any of them. So
I answer every single one of them in my head.
Well, then you should voice them out.
I'm
So that
saving
way,
them for when we're live on air. I'm not giving you any heads up on my thoughts. Plus, you know how I type. I can't text my.
Yeah.
I don't come across.
She talks worse, better than she types.
Yeah. True. Very true.
Oh
man.
Yep.
How did you get started doing the card readings?
Well, I mean, Roland and I have been reading tarot cards forever, but basically we just did it for each other, did it for our friends, and kind of after, online, kind of after Kelly's intuitive retreat is when we started actually coming out and doing readings online.
Wow.
Yeah, I hadn't ever been real comfortable with reading for strangers, but it was something that I had actually been tossing around and thinking about. So after Kelly's retreat, I kind of looked at Roland and I said, hey, why don't we, on our Monday shows, why don't we start trying card readings? And he was like, well, are you sure you want to do that? And I was like, yeah. And then after we found out that we were yin and yang with the card readings together when we did that retreat, with me being the nice fluffy rainbows and clouds and everything, and Roland being the unicorn killer. We kind of started doing readings online or on our lives. So that's kind of how that started.
And it's a different. I don't know much about readings. Or tarot reading, any kind of readings, but you guys do the one card reading. They're not. I don't want anybody to think you're doing full readings online that hasn't seen. It's just the one card. It's a dual reading. You each pull one card and see where it goes for both, right?
Yep. And I actually
Roland's for sale. Wait, what? Why is Roland for sale?
I'm in the sale. Oh, he's in the middle of a sale. That's why he's not talking. He's at work. So.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why he's not talking. But I could put him up for sale though. That might. I don't know if I'd make a lot of money though. But no. Yeah, it is one card readings. I was trying to toy around with doing a little contest thing on our Monday nights, to where if you would text me a certain word or whatever, then at the end of the show the next week or something, I would do a full on Celtic cross spread or something, a full on reading. But there hasn't seemed to be a whole lot of interest in that. So I think I'll just stick with the one card readings.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. You were trying to do the giveaway.
Yeah.
I was listening, but I missed the very beginning because I saw Kim talking about her cat who just got home from the hospital. I thought something was wrong again. They don't know what happened. He broke his pelvis, and he was really hurt. So she's got to go take care of him. So thank you, Kim, for coming by. Give that kitty some love.
Poor kitty cat.
I'm so glad he's better.
Yeah.
And she missed you, Kelly. Everybody missed you.
Oh.
Feel the love, Kelly.
Yes.
Well, get a dose because I'm gone again next week. So
I'm gone next week. There's no show next week.
Well then, all right then. So
Actually,
that makes you feel a little better.
While we're on it, I might as well say right now, so I don't forget at the end of the show. So next week, starting Thursday, there's no show Thursday, there's no show Friday, there's no show Saturday, there's no show Sunday, unless Jen decides to do a pop-up show, which I don't think she is. I think she's going out of town. So.
What? You're like taking a break? Like a real break?
Well,
I'm so proud of you.
I planned on taking the weekend off anyways, but then Kim and Peggy was coincidental, and so yeah. So
yeah, it was meant to be.
It was.
She finally figured out the word.
I say her name and she shows up in chat.
That's what I was just typing. Speak of her and she shall appear.
Yep. So yeah, it's going to be a nice long weekend. Kate's play is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Thursday she leaves for France. So it's going to be a busy week.
Crazy. That got here quick.
I've been to France. France is awesome.
Yeah, she's going to France and Barcelona.
Oh.
She'll be gone a week and everything in between.
We're trying to still like her after all that.
Nice.
Now, good for her.
Yes.
She's
That's
excited.
awesome.
She's a good kid. She really is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So what has been your most, like, intense, scariest experience?
My most intense, scariest experience. Wow. Probably Malvern. We were down in the nursing home wing, and they decided that they were going to try and get me to go down there by myself, which did not work. I don't like going places by myself. I'm still getting up the courage to do that one. But I had gone down there for something. I don't remember what, and I was sitting there with Heidi, and we had just gotten done doing an EVP session, and we were just sitting there listening. And all of a sudden, we got a whole bunch of bangs and knocks down there, and it just, for some reason, it spooked me pretty bad. And I was like, nope, done. Coming up the hallway, done. Not sitting here by myself, not doing it. Nope. Roland would probably tell you his most intense, and he'd go into this funny story of how he was in Malvern, and he was, again, in the nurse's hallway, and they had just gotten done doing the flashlight trick where you loosen the end of the flashlight.
You twist it off and
Yep.
supposedly
Yep.
you loosen it up and supposedly spirits can.
Yep. But anyway, he was walking down.
Thank you.
He was walking down to get the flashlight, and he walked past this bathroom and thought he had seen something in there. So he went back and got his EVP recorder and was going to do an EVP session in there. And he had the phone up to his face, and so that was the only light in there. And as he's walking in, to the side of him, he sees this floating head. And it spooked him, and he turns around and figures out, oh, it's a mirror. And the expletives that came out of his mouth were just hilarious, and I will post them on Raven Rose. So
yeah, I heard the story for the first time. Was it when Johnny was on, or was it the one before that? I heard the story for the first time, and I'm like, whoa, that's funny.
Yeah.
The video of it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
I would love to see it, and I'll share it like every day for a month.
Well, because everybody needs a good dose. I want to make it his ringtone, so when Roland calls me, it's him screaming like a little girl.
Oh,
right.
love how we're making fun of him. He's not even here to defend himself because he had to mute it.
He's there. He's listening. He's probably rolling his eyes. I can see it now.
Yeah. Nick says that wing is crazy active.
It was comical though because I'm standing down in the kitchen watching the video, and he just literally lost it. All you hear is, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" And I think everybody in the whole building was down on the floor laughing because he doesn't. You don't hear that out of him.
Yeah.
And for him to do that, just hilarious.
Now, Anna has a question here. If it's even possible for you to answer. I'm going to read it how she worded it. So, do you have a favorite spirit you can talk to or you can feel when they've come in a room with you? I don't know if she means at Melbourne or if she just means in general, though. That's why I read it the way she...
In general, yeah, I can feel when they're in the room with me. As for favorite spirits to talk to, right now would probably be Katie, my spirit guide.
So you can tell the difference?
Oh, yeah.
I can tell the difference between Katie and between other spirits. Yeah.
I know you can, Kelly. You're a medium. You're 1,000% medium. She's on the road to becoming a medium, and I'm just pointing out all the ways that she's on the road to becoming a full-fledged medium. Because I could have 6 spirits whisper in my ear, and I wouldn't know the difference. Like disembodied voice, not in my head. Like, so see, girl, you gotta.
Yeah,
you start warming up to that, like, I can do this. This is who I am. I can do this. I trust myself.
Yeah, and that's what I'm working on right now. Yeah. Like I was saying with Katie has a different feel to her when I know I'm talking to her because she's she's a little bit of a smartass. She's a little bit of a kind of a motherly protector kind of feel to it, as to where other spirits, you don't get a solid feeling on them right away, for me anyway. But with Katie, when I know she's right near me, I always get this certain sensation that I know it's her. As for Malvern itself, any favorite spirits that I like talking to? I like antagonizing Hank. He's fun. But other than that, probably Inez. Inez is about the only other one that I actually really have been able to talk to. Hank is just fun because Hank just gets irritated. He'll sit there and he'll cut you out as soon as you step into his room.
Yeah, he's one, because, in my mind, I've been to Melbourne a million times.
Of course.
Hank's one that usually doesn't like people, but if there's a few is that the same one or is that a different one?
Yeah, he's just a crotchety old man, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's really not all that old, though. I mean, he's in his 50s, I guess.
Yeah.
How long has he been in his 50s, though?
Well, a while. He's been in his 50s longer than I've been in my 29. Thank you.
I know 20-year-olds that are old, so get off my lawn, kid. I was trying to ask last night, Nick and Sue, but then I had to go. I don't even know if they ever answered it. I always confuse their stories. I'm a huge fan of theirs, if you can't tell. Gracie and Susie, but I think he said Gracie is from Melbourne and Susie's from Edinburgh.
There's a Susie at Malvern also. Gracie's downstairs. She's the multiple personality. And Susie is upstairs. And she was just really young. I mean, she wasn't young, but her mentality-wise, she was
young. Yeah.
Really young.
But I think there's also a Susie at Edinburgh too, because I think that's the one that Roland interacts with.
Is that the little girl?
The little girl that held Nick's hand and he had to walk her out.
Oh, that might have been Edinburgh then.
So that's why I got confused though, because there is a Susie at Melbourne too. Okay.
Yep, there is.
See, and I've never gotten the little girl at Edinburgh. I'm not saying that she's not there. I mean, there's been too many stories of people getting stuff from her, but it bugs me with as many times as I've been out there that I've never got anything with a little girl. Nothing.
I've never heard a girl talk about Susie like having a physical interaction. It's always, Kelly, are you okay?
It sounds like something's rolling on my roof, and it's been doing it on and off the whole show. It's really weird.
I just jumped in. I was like, what happened?
Or some big monster thing's outside scratching my wall or something. I don't know. Okay, sorry.
This show started off downhill and it went up. I'm sure before it's over, it's going to go back downhill. But hey, we're amongst friends.
Yeah. But no, I think that's a little spirit that. Yeah, I think that's a little girl spirit that Roland interacts with at Edinburgh is Susie.
Nick said there's a Susie at Edinburgh. So there's one of each. Susie at Melbourne is actually a grown woman, but she mentally is a little girl.
See, that makes sense. That's why I always confused it, because I hear people say Susie, and I'm like, but I'm pretty sure, because I can see the hallway. Sue was filming them, and he had to take the hand or pick her up. He had to pick her up, I think, something. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's in my head. I've been to all these Iowa places, so I can see the hallways, and I can,
Well, you'll have to tune in on the 26th and 27th, Shay. We are actually going to do Shaler, which is about 15 minutes south of us. We're actually doing the haunted house down there. They gave us the go ahead to let us in there, so we're actually going to do that one. An actual haunted house, haunted attraction.
Oh, the haunted house.
Yep.
It's a haunted house.
Yep. So we'll probably
I'm
go
not
live
going anywhere, but I'm going to mute you guys for a second. You guys keep talking. You'll hear me, but the listeners won't hear me for a second.
Okay.
So what kind of reports are they saying? Go ahead, Shay. What kind of reports are they saying come out of there? Have you heard any stories?
They're from the people that I've talked to that have worked there. There are reports of doors slamming, footsteps. They've seen a shadow person. The owner that I talked to a couple of days ago said that, like, consistently they have like this howl or moan that they hear, and it lasts for 15 to 20 seconds at a time. And he said it's frequent and consistent when it's down there. And CCPI, when they went down there last weekend, sounds like they got a bunch of good stuff, and they went down there. So
are we on?
All his group.
We are.
So yes, we'll have to.
Welcome. You're live on air with Paranormal Buzz Radio.
Hey, cool. So what do you guys talk about?
We've been talking about you, but now we'll have to find a new topic.
Yeah.
Darn it.
We're talking about the haunted house.
Yeah.
Now, did you tell her? Okay. We kind of did something that you really shouldn't do, but we didn't really trespass or anything, because we wanted to check out the place. We wanted to see what it looked like. So we went there. We did a little bit of EVP. Cindy did her little medium, woo-woo stuff. And then we did a little necrophonics. And at some point, we were actually communicating, because she had the headphones on, and I was asking questions, so she couldn't hear the questions. But apparently they could see us. They're like, we can see you. And I go, okay, what am I doing? You're waving. What are you doing? Those kind of things. So we actually are waiting to see what happens. But she said that they were communicating and they were wanting us to come into the building. Mm-hmm. So it's like, no, we can't do that because it's against the law.
Yeah.
So
Because at that time we didn't have permission.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we had a little bit of activity on the outside, which was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We do outside.
Yeah,
we go to places a lot that the buildings aren't safe; they're condemned, but we're on the property. We get just as much interactions.
Yeah,
missed a comment.
Did I mess up everything now that I'm back on or something?
No, yes, go away.
No.
Amy says she loves Raven Rose.
Aw, love you too, Amy Bing.
They're still talking about Edinburgh, and Nick said I was right. I knew there was. That's why I was confused. When did you say you're doing that investigation? I hope you didn't say April 27th.
Yes, I did. April 26th and 27th.
I'll be home the 26th, but I have my own investigation. My season has started. I'll be out of town investigating.
Oh, that's fine. Like I said,
can we
go ahead,
an experiment? Where are you going to a location, or are you going to a residence?
A location.
Okay. Without telling us, well, you're probably going to tell us anyways. So, at some point, if it's possible, if we can do a herd-houser experiment, yeah. For all those people who have seen Brush with Evil 3, basically what it is one team in one place does an investigation, and they ask certain questions to see if it'll affect the other place. So what I was going to offer up is, while we are at the Shaler, we will randomly at a specific time, we'll timestamp it and everything like that, and record it, and see if we can manipulate the spirit where you're at, and then at some random time you timestamp it and whatever, you send something over to us to see if we can reenact that particular. No.
You'll
You're
tell
going to tell
the spirits to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through spirit.
I missed that part. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
You'll have to catch up with me before then, and
Well, and I'll be out investigating that night too, so we can maybe all three of us.
Yeah, freeway.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, do a freeway.
Freeway.
There we go.
Yep. We can definitely rise up to that. That's a pretty stiff challenge.
Oh my! Here we go.
Yeah, because I'll be at the YMCA that night.
You guys started.
Oh, you're doing the Y that night? Nice.
Yeah. Hang on one second, guys. I'm going to mute me.
Yep.
Okay.
I can tell you guys off air where I'll be, but I don't publicly announce where I'm going unless it's an event until after it's already done.
And that actually would be great, because then that way we have, no preset ideas.
Yeah. Then I won't tell you. Yeah. That will work.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. My roof is not going to collapse, by the way, just to let everybody know. So I muted because I had Austin come in to have him go look, because he's taller than me. He said there's a mom and kids outside that are pulling like a wagon, and they've got one of those little 3-wheel plastic trikey thingies. Yeah. And that's what I keep hearing rolling up and down the sidewalk. So, okay, anyways. But yeah, I'll be Saturday night. I'll be at the YMCA. I've got that whole weekend. I've got 2 private groups that asked me to come and do events for them. So yeah. But yeah, we could totally work something in.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Freeway.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys probably moved on from conversation. I just went back to where I'd left off.
No, we're still on it. The 27th, I'm pretty sure we've been there before. I'm pretty sure I'll have enough signal that if you needed to get a hold of me, but I only randomly check my phone too. Is it something that you, Nick says they've done it and it works. Is it something that you'll like check in the next day or have to check in that night about, or?
Well, it depends on how you want to do it. You could turn around in your area, say, tell Cynthia through her, through her necrophonics or EVP or whatever, I am at such and such place. Okay, and then you leave it at that. And if we are over where we're at and we go, it says, we hear a ghost saying, Shay's running around naked at this place. Then, and if it matches, then we know.
Well, and we did something like this when I was at Malvern with Raven Rose, actually, in February. We did something like this because I was sitting down in Hank's room by myself, and they were all up in the attic, and I was telling Jeff, the new spirit that's there, I said, go tell them a word. And he's like, well, what word? And I said, peppermint. And then he argued with me. He's like, why peppermint? I'm like, I don't know. Because what came to my mind, and it's multiple syllables. And he's like, I want to tell him coffee. Well, sure enough, they got coffee upstairs in the attic.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
That is pretty cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm just reading. Hey, Kelly, I have sacrificed my sister when it comes to animals, so I don't blame you for sacrificing your kid. He's taller than you. He can defend himself.
He's way taller than me. He can see at the top of the...
Last weekend, was it last week? Was your son's birthday? I said, happy birthday to Kelly's son. I don't know if I have permission to say his name, so happy birthday, Kelly's son.
Aww.
I then went on. It was Brittany's birthday, too. Yeah.
It was my youngest birthday. I don't know how they're getting so damn old, but yes.
Right?
Yeah.
If I was running around naked, nobody would want to catch me. They'd be like, no. I'm sitting this game out. No, I'm not playing. For anybody that doesn't know, Jen B said in chat, running around naked and no one can catch me because I'm covered in baby oil.
Hey, maybe I should do it because people go ghost hunting to get scared, and there is nothing scarier than that picture.
Well, you could just say that it's like a ritual, a Wiccan ritual.
There you go.
Don't the witches usually run around naked anyways?
Yeah.
Are you a witch, Kelly?
Baby oil.
It depends on your definition of witch.
I said witch, not bitch.
Well, I'm a bitch, most definitely. So, yeah, I guess I would say that I'm a witch because, in my opinion, anybody who works with and or can somewhat manipulate energy is a witch.
Okay.
She is.
So, yeah.
She is.
I'm so a witch. But yes.
I would love to meet you too, Amy.
You are.
I get to meet Shay in June. I'm excited.
I can't wait. I'll be down there for my birthday. My birthday's that week.
When's your birthday?
June 10th.
And you're going where?
For my daughters.
What?
Are you coming to Iowa?
No, we're going to Gettysburg.
Ooh. Well, y'all suck.
Thanks. You can come too.
I wish I could. Finances are just a little bit tight right now.
Oh, trust me, you have no idea how much blood I have to sell to get to Gettysburg.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She'll be completely anemic and falling over, but she'll be there.
No, it's not my blood. I'm going to take it from other people and no, I'm kidding.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, and I'm recruiting Amy Bing. Amy says Cynthia's recruiting me. Yeah, she's my new little witchy recruit.
If I could get to Iowa, I would love to come because, and I always say that, and everybody thinks I'm joking, but I'm not because someday I will get there.
I was gonna say you got places to stay. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I reminded Nick and Sue last night that they'll be the first to know because I'll be staying with them a couple nights. Then I'll move on and stay a couple, I have more people that like me in Iowa than I do in my own town. Actually, I know more people in Iowa than I know in my own town, so that's
I was going to say, you might want to define like.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I know
Hey,
their
I
names.
totally think she's the shit. So she's like totally cool in my book.
The shit, not a shit. It depends
No,
on the day.
the shit.
yeah.
The
Depends
shit.
on the day.
It's the bombs. But then I don't want to say that because it's going to show my age.
Oh, you're old and you.
Only 90-year-old vampires use that kind of word.
I thought
Now you're telling secrets.
the bomb was newer than the shit.
No, the shit, DASHIT, has been out since forever. But the bomb, I think, came out around, what, Moses was crossing the Red Sea, year 2000?
Year 2000.
I think so. I don't know. We were supposed to have been dead by Prince's song, so.
True.
The world is supposed to end a million times by now, I think. Just in the
Right?
past.
Maybe it did end, and we're all just ghosts,
Get
and we
out
don't
of
know
my
it.
head! I was just
So-
thinking that.
So we're walking around thinking we're alive when in reality we're none of us here.
Maybe the ghosts are the ones that are living and we're the dead.
Right?
There we
Like
go.
the movie, The Others, like that movie. Yep. hmm
Yep.
I've never seen that, but I've heard about it.
Yep.
It's good. You should watch it sometime. Twist ending.
I'm getting much better at keeping up with chat and listening. When I first started doing this, but like a couple years ago, started doing podcasts, I would have to like pretend to be listening to the guest because you couldn't read the chat and talk to the guest, but I was only the co-host, so it was okay. And so I'm getting there, guys. I'm just,
It works.
hey.
It works.
Oh, so can I totally stray off course for a minute and share a story that Gen B is going to totally understand?
Sure.
And where were we talking about this the other day? We were just talking about this. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't then. I don't remember. Anyways, they're always listening, Jen. They are always listening. So earlier, I was trying to think of this song. I was putting new songs into my Spotify, and I was trying to think of that song that's in A Night at the Museum when they're all dancing in the museum, and I could not for the life of me think of it. And so I went on my work computer and I Googled, what's the song in Night at the Museum 2? And it didn't pop it right up for me, and I was at work, so I shut it down. And I went back to my phone. Now keep in mind, I was on my work computer. I went back to my phone, pulled up my Pandora. Guess what song came up first? The very first song it played was September, the song I was looking for. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? How is that possible?
Messenger. I forget which one it is. The video calls and stuff in Messenger. They actually have the right to record that.
But it was two completely different computers and systems.
Yeah, but I'm
One
just
was
saying,
my
if
work
they have
computer,
to
one was
admit
my...
that, if it's in small print, they have to admit that. Imagine what things aren't said out loud. So.
Yeah.
Do we need to discuss Mama Pat? Or does she mean she needs to discuss that with Mama
that
Pat?
could be a whole show.
Mama Pat says, there's a theory that there are different planes of existence that occur simultaneously, and sometimes for whatever reason they can interact, and that is where ghosts come from.
That could be.
It could be. That could be where Bigfoots come from. Everybody always debates on what they are, where they come from. All the stuff that we try to label. Who knows? It could just all be different.
That was one of the theories that was on the show Monday. What night was I on that other show? Oh my God. On Kelly Steffen's show, we were talking cryptoids, and somebody had said that theory.
Sunday night.
It was a Monday? Thank you. I'm glad somebody keeps track of me.
It was
Sunday? Sunday.
Yep.
Oh, Sunday. Okay. Yep. Thanks, Mom. Mom. Oh, you can't be my mom. I have my mommy. You can be my big sister.
I so want to get her on a show.
My mommy?
Yes.
You ask her, you'll get further with her than I will.
I have. She emailed me and sent me some stories. And I've also asked her on this show, but she has an open invitation for both shows.
Just set a date and make her do it. She won't do Skype, though, so she'll have to call in. Yes, you can.
I can't make anybody do anything.
Well, aren't you psychic?
She'd do it for you because she likes you better.
I'm not psychic.
Okay, psycho.
Yes.
So,
psycho, yes. Psychic, no. She turned into a Smurf. Not just a
Smurf?
picture. La,
blue,
la, la,
as in
la.
like la 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 la.
Just for the record,
maybe.
My can is a Pepsi.
Sure it is.
Yeah, right. We know better.
Darren Buss says to tell Shay and Raven Rose hi from him.
Where is he?
Hi, Darren.
He's messaging me.
Hi, Darren.
I don't know why he's not in chat.
He
must be listening.
He messaged my page a while ago, but I can't check while I'm doing this. I can't do. Hola!
He's maybe someplace he can have Facebook, but not
Some people
internet.
don't know how to get into chat either.
Oh. Well, let me send him the link if he can, maybe. Look at me like him.
Look at you go, Kelly. You and your technology.
Yes.
Sure. Boink. Look at me go. Okay. We're totally not at all focused. Not like at all.
Nope.
It's my fault. Remember, it's my fault. I totally broke everything right at the get-go. So,
you know, we did kind of shape up while he was being sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can
like, wait, why is Roland for sale?
We can auction him.
Okay.
Auction him
Just to
off,
explain
and
to
that's
everybody.
how I'll get to Iowa.
Yeah. Just to explain, I work at a cell phone place, but it was pretty dead. We didn't have anybody. That's why we were chugging along. And just literally the last 15 minutes, somebody came in, a client came in, and I'm sitting there mute typing in because I didn't want to butt in and going, I'm in the middle of a sale, So I just quickly typed in because I didn't want to look obvious that I was not paying attention to the customer, And I put in a sale and I go, oh, great. They're probably going to make a joke about this. I know they will.
What?
So,
we wouldn't make jokes of you.
Yes, if you guys didn't.
Speaking of squirrel, Jen just told everybody in the chat that she's teaching me Spanish. Good job. Jen, I took 3 years of Spanish. 4 years of Spanish. I don't know how you're
credit, damn it.
I don't know how you're teaching me, but I just had to throw that out there. Hi, Darren. You made it. Thank you, Darren. I love picking on Jen. She's not even here, and I'm picking on her. So, actually, sadly enough, I took 1 year in middle school. I took 3 years in high school, but I also took a year of Italian, a year and a half of Italian, a half a year of German, and a half a year of French. So sometimes I mix up my Italian and Spanish, because some of the words are very close.
Yep.
I want to hear you mix up like your Italian with your German.
Actually, it was almost a full year of German. It was like 8th grade. I could never speak German. It's one of the hardest languages in the world. Actually, I had the same teacher for German, Italian, and French. 3 different schools.
Wow.
Yeah, I started taking foreign language early, so.
I am multilingual. I can speak English and swear all in the same sentence.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? You're jelly.
Yep, I took 3 years of French. Right now I speak fluent Spanish, and I'm very good at Drunkenese, too, after working at the bar.
In Japanese? Is that what you said?
Drunkenese.
No, Drunkenese.
Drunkenese.
Oh, I thought you said Japanese, too.
Yeah.
She said.
I'm very good
Oh,
at talking.
My oldest daughter speaks almost fluent French. She took it in middle school, I think it was, but she took it all 4 years of high school, and this is her third year taking it in college. So
fun.
anyway, I don't know how. And people in chat are just like they're just going
hanging
along
with
this.
us, and you know.
They're talking about what a great show Cynthia and Roland had Thursday night with Johnny Hauser.
Johnny Hauser.
Yes.
That was an awesome show.
Johnny's a good guy.
He's a really
His
good guy.
kids are so freaking adorable. Oh my God. Scout, not that his daughter is not beautiful, but Scout, that little thing just melts my heart every time I see a picture of him. He's like a Gerber baby. Well, he's not a baby anymore, but he's so cute. Okay, sorry.
No, that's
Now that I've gone off on that tangent.
That's okay. Hey, if anybody has any questions, throw them in there. We got about 10, 15 more minutes at the most because we started 5 minutes late, but
Which means like 40 or 45 in our world, so.
no, not tonight. But these guys are gonna come back. I know they will.
Serious question now.
Okay.
What has been your favorite place ever to investigate?
Oh boy. Roland, you can start.
Okay. There's actually, and I don't, I don't want to sound like I'm just picking, places out of the air, but there are, in my mind, there are 3 places that are totally amazing. Number 1 is Malvern. Of course, Malvern is just like, she's an incredible beast, because either she is going to work with you or she's not. And I'll tell you, it was fabulous to finally get a chance to investigate with Kelly. She's just amazing. But that building itself has a lot of stories to tell. Number two was Edinburgh. Edinburgh was another place. Does this person even not a park? In Edinburgh, which was amazing. Don't hit my car. I swear to God, I'll eat your face off. But anyways,
I'll keep that.
No, because the guy. Okay, no, because the guy drove up opposite of the way the parking stalls are, just to turn around and park. And I thought he was going to like old man park and take up 2 parking spaces, but no, he was straightening it out. He kept on coming towards my car.
Are you gonna cook it or just eat it raw?
No, eat it raw. Eat it raw. I'm not doing that.
How does he do this and not skip a beat and go right back to the story? Because me, I'd be laughing so hard.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, so Edinburgh is amazing. It's big. It's got a lot of stuff to say. It's amazing. And then finally, I think a non-location place will have to be the apartment, again, like we were talking about earlier, the apartment that we lived in off of Cherokee Street. Is that the one where Corey lived in, Cindy?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That place, because that place, even though we had no equipment, no nothing, that building, I hope it's still there. I would love to come up and talk to the owner and see if there's an open apartment and like rent it out for like 3 weeks, just because that place is just amazing. So those are the 3 that I liked. And then 1022 Royal Street, but that's because it's in New Orleans that I really liked.
Oh, yeah. I think my ultimate favorite would have to be... Wow. It's a toss-up, because it's a toss-up between Malvern and Edinburgh. Malvern, I've had incredible results for EVPs and some really interesting interactions. Edinburgh, also, I've had some really interesting interactions, and I had a really weird EVP that I'd have to play for everybody. But if you've ever heard the old 80s rappers when they would beatbox, I actually got that on an EVP in Edinburgh, and I don't know why. It doesn't make sense that an EVP like that would show up at Edinburgh.
Why? Why not?
I don't know.
It seems out of place. I mean,
Yeah,
we
but
understand
it
that
could have been
spirits are
traveling. It could have been
yeah,
there
and that's
with
what,
somebody.
and that's you know, and that was one of the few things that we were thinking about, because it wasn't in anything in context, because she was just talking, and then out of nowhere there you hear, and forgive me because I'm not very good at beatboxing, but it's like, you know, something like that.
Yeah, so it was just out of character.
But it had a beat.
Out of character for that place is what you meant?
Yeah. For that place, yeah. And it was like the wow effect, where it just happened once and we couldn't repeat it again. So it made no sense.
Huh.
Yep.
You know.
Really quick, since I've been keeping up with chat, Darren, to answer your question, the scariest location we've been to.
Actually, I don't think we've ever been to an actual scary place, as per se. Yeah, the EB, you know, you have the EBGBs, and okay, this does relate to the question. The reason why we haven't yet, I don't think we found a terrifying place, is because I tend to walk away from the group by myself. I want to make a quick side note. You should never go by yourself, partially because you always want to have a second person to validate what you say. Number two, you can hurt yourself. Or number three, you could see little floating faces in mirrors and stuff like that, and you can scare the fuck out of yourself. So far, I have actually walked away by myself to pretty much every location that we ever went to. We were at 1022 Royal Street with a group doing a tour. In the last 30 minutes, they would do an SI, which is a solo investigation. And the moment she goes, okay, this is the time we're going to do a solo investigation, does anybody? My hand went up immediately. And the lady that was next to me goes, you're going to do this by yourself? And I go, oh, hell yeah. You know, I want to do this by myself. You know, so Cindy can gauge how scary a place is by how many times I leave by myself. You know, so...
That makes sense.
The most popular question when we go on an investigation is, where the hell did Roland go?
Yep. So yeah, I think the closest place we could say that would be freaky, scary, would have to be Edinburgh, because you wouldn't go into the basement.
Yeah.
You know, and I pulled a solo down in Edinburgh, and I'm not going to lie, it was pretty scary.
I went down in the basement. I just wouldn't go in the boiler room.
Well, the boiler room. That's where I went in by myself. You know. So, yeah, I don't know if there's really anything scary, but you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say the scariest place I have probably been when we've been investigating. Oh wow. Manila Schoolhouse. Down in the basement of Manila Schoolhouse was the one place that scared me.
Because of the ghost or because of the basement? I've heard of that basement.
Both. But yeah, no, we really haven't encountered anywhere that's been so totally off the charts scary that we've had to walk out of it. You know.
Now, there is a funny thing I want to addendum this to. If you would have asked me to go into the basement of my own house, I won't go.
You won't go.
I won't go into my own basement, and it's a furnished basement, but I won't go. Just for some reason, I don't like going down into our own basement. I'm terrified of going down mine. So whenever there's a fuse goes out, I make sure to if Cindy sends me, I'll look at her going, really? And she'll go, yeah, you go down there. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like straight out of a horror movie. I got my flashlight. I'm peeking down and, and literally trying to find this thing. And when I finally get everything going, I literally scamper up the stairs and close the door.
I'm laughing, but I agree because most people already know this, but I have 3 big fears, and the top 2 are the dark and the woods. I know. No, I like phobias. But when it comes to investigate, it took me a while, but I do it. But if I have the choice, I'm not going fucking camping. There's the F-bomb, guys. I'll go investigate the woods, but
I'm scared of the dark. I think I'll be a ghost hunter.
Seriously. Yeah. They've put me in closets before. Go in for 2 seconds. Next thing I know, it's like 12, 13 minutes later, and I'm still stuck in this closet that used to be a dumbwaiter. So. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, this is, I think it's because, Kelly, I told this to Kelly when we were down at the Mason house. You can tell when you're an investigator, because, like, for example, I was at the Mason house, and the door opened. That was the very first poltergeist activity I've ever seen. Ever. I have never, ever seen a door open, a thing fall off out of no particular reason, nothing. The door opened, and instead of going, oh, my God, the door opened, I came in, and I go, Cindy, did you see that? And she's like, I heard it. And I came up to Kelly, and I go, hey, guess what? The door opened, and it was just something normal. Then the very next day, that morning, when everybody all got up, Cindy went to go have a cigarette. I literally got kicked awake. I was in a side semi-fetal position, and it felt like somebody shoved my leg and my ass up. And I literally rolled over, got out of bed, pulled out my EVP, Mason House, woke up in the morning. So what do you want? I got to go to the bathroom, so tell me what you need. And it was just, I think if it was any other situation, yeah, I might have been freaked out, but because I'm in an investigative mode, you don't think about it. Maybe that's it. Maybe I can go into a basement when we're investigating. If somebody said, investigate your basement, I'd probably do it, and it wouldn't bother me. Now, if she said, go downstairs to go get a can of Spam, I'd be like, no, I'll drive to Hy-Vee and get it.
I will starve first.
Yep. Up until, even after I investigated, up until the house burnt down, I moved here. But before this, and I've only been here a year and a half now, I would still sleep with lights on. And I was actively investigating dark in the woods, but I would sleep with the light on. So, yeah, I don't know, but I don't anymore. I'm getting better, but.
So Shay's scared of the dark in the woods. I have a phobia about having my back exposed, especially when I'm ghost hunting.
I don't have a phobia but I don't like it.
Oh, I'm weirded out if my back is exposed for too long. So, Cynthia, Roland, what are your phobias? What are you guys scared of?
With me, again, I agree with you. I don't like sitting anywhere where I have my back to a doorway or anything like that. I have to, if I'm sitting in a room, investigating, I have to be sitting up against the wall. And I have to be able to see.
Killed me. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Did you go do the isolation room down there?
Yes.
When I was down there last, they had the chair sitting right in front of the doorway to that other back room. So your back is to that other room. Oh my God. I about lost my shit.
No, I can't do that. That just drives me up a wall. And then I guess my other phobia is I don't want to say I'm scared of the dark, but if it's really, really dark, I mean, there's absolutely no light whatsoever, then my mind tends to play tricks on me. That would be mine. So, really?
Okay. Mine, meeting Zach Baggins.
Yes.
After all the stuff I've ever said, I'm afraid to meet him. I'm actually no, seriously. I think my personal phobia, is children, which is ironic because I seem to connect very well with children's spirits. But I'm always afraid, like when we were in Edinburgh and all the way, what I call the little girl's room, it's the one with the little musical stand, the bed and everything like that. There's a closet that's got a little cubby hole right above it. And every time we've investigated, it's been partially opened. And I know she's in there. I know she is. And I know she loves to play with me. I bring in Penny and Pippo, and the activity kicks in, and she has, and I'm cool with that. But I'm always scared to look through the camera and point it into that thing because then I'm afraid I'm going to see her peeking out. And I know that would be like the ultimate holy grail, but I probably would say it and then have to wash my pants,
We always say that about the flare in the woods when we're using the flare, because I'll be like, point it over there, because I think I hear an animal. I don't like the woods, so I really get freaked out, and I'm like, there's a warthog coming to get me, or Bigfoot's coming to get me.
A warthog. There's a warthog coming to get you. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a warthog.
I could literally stand in the nurse's wing and challenge the tall man to come at me, and if he sees me, and I'd probably freak out, but it wouldn't freak me out. If I walked into Gracie's room and saw her sitting on the chair, it wouldn't freak me out. But if I walked up into Inez's room and I saw her standing there in a corner, immediately, Stephen King, and it just, all I could see is me riding a big wheel down a hallway and seeing two little girls, and I'd be shitting my pants,
At each circumstance, I get it. I really do. I'm laughing, but for once, I really mean what I'm about to say. I'm laughing with you, not at you. I really mean it this time.
Because I think kids' spirits are kids' spirits.
The sacrificing my sister
children's
thing
spirits,
is a big joke, but it's not, because I thought there was a rat coming out of this little cubby hole thing, or some kind of small animal that was going to come running out, and I literally jumped behind her, and I'm like, I love you, but I'm sacrificing you. And then 10 minutes later, something growls at us, and I'm like, did you just growl at me with my hand on my hip like a mom? Did you just growl at me? So it's the weirdest thing how some things scare you, some things don't, and the things that should scare me don't. So, What is snipe hunting? What is snipe hunting?
Hey, Kelly.
We'll take you out. We'll take you out to do that.
Mom and Dad have a farm. Should we take your snipe hunting?
I think so.
Is that like a fake animal or something?
No, snipes do exist. They really do. You can Google them.
Yep.
I don't trust any one of you motherfuckers right now.
Ouch, Shay, that hurts.
Well, they're laughing in chat. I can see your faces. The girls are on video. Roland's voice is cracking. So
how can you not trust a face like this? Come on.
The bad thing is, I've actually done that to somebody.
Is it a fake? Is it something fake? Because you guys look guilty as hell.
No, it's totally real. When you come to Iowa, we'll take Nick and
Yeah, it's an Iowa thing. It's definitely an Iowa thing. Yep. So, yeah.
Now they're laughing at me. That's okay, because I can see their faces, so they're trying to hide it.
But I'm gonna okay. If you want to feel okay about this, I was in Arizona and I stopped at this place at Lake Havasu, and it was one of those roadside bar kind of restaurant thing. And at the very top of the mirror that was in the back of at the bar, there was a stuffed rabbit with antlers. And I go, is that a jackalope? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, I thought those things don't exist. And he goes, oh no, they're real. This one I got, I shot this one and caught it. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah, they're real. And I go, oh. So for the longest time, my former wife, I love her to death, she's a fantastic woman, used to send me postcards of jackalopes. So for the longest time, I thought they were real. And I was sitting there, I'm in Iowa, and I was sitting around with a bunch of friends and drinking beer. And I go, yeah, jackalopes are real. And all of a sudden they started laughing. Go, oh, yeah. So we'll probably take you out snipe hunting. And I was like, judging just like you, Shay, I looked at them and I go, okay, I'm going to pull out the bullshit card. Okay. So, and I go, and this is before we had Google. So we didn't have smartphones to go and Google all this stuff. We didn't have the ability to make a phone call to see if this was real. But all it took was just a bunch of drunk people to turn around and go, okay, I just got bamboozled for the last 4 or 5 years that this thing existed. So, yep. So it's like I don't believe in cow tipping. It's impossible. I don't think it exists.
It's a thing. It is a thing.
No, cows don't sleep standing up. No, they don't. You literally got to be.
You see a cow laying down, it usually means it's going to rain.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm from the city, so is that true or false?
That's true. That is true. I am a farm girl.
I didn't know that.
Horses, they don't.
Yeah, do they fall over if they get wet?
I don't know if a cow is laying down, or if they are actually gathered in a big, massive group, like in the corner of the field, it's gonna storm.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Okay, I got a question.
Oh my God, we were so off course.
real quickly, this is actually in par with the paranormal. Refresh my memory. Where do you live, Shay? What state do you live in?
Right now, New Hampshire. I've lived in New Hampshire for about 20 years.
Okay, don't they have the, Spring Heel Jack, or is it?
Yeah,
I know they do. Yeah, no, or is it the Mothman, or is it?
That's West Virginia.
Yeah,
West Virginia. Okay.
England.
Spring Heel Jack is in England. What is in the northern eastern seaboard? There's
The Jersey Devil.
Jersey Devil. Thank you. What the hell is a Jersey Devil?
Same thing as a Mothman. Same thing as a Van Meter.
Same thing as a snipe.
So it's just basically a glorified bat.
Pretty much. I've never seen one, so I don't know.
Okay.
It's a big ass
Sorry,
bat.
I just read Anna's question.
Have you ever heard of Spirit Moo? No, but I thought I did once. But we were doing an EVP session, and all of a sudden you hear moo, but it was a real cow.
I'm
sure you could. I mean, there's got to be spirit well, I know there's spirit animals, but spirits of animals, and why not a cow? So I'm sure you could, but it just cracked me up for some reason. Oh God.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry.
What do they do? Do they hunt the butcher? Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, if I was a cow, yeah, definitely I'd haunt the butcher. I'd haunt the butcher and every person that ate part of me. So, Joe, big guy over in Massachusetts is eating. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Be careful what you wish for, though.
My wish is
it's going to haunt you.
You know what? I was at GameStop, working at GameStop. It was myself and this guy named Lee. Lee is like this big, huge, 10-foot military guy. And we were closing, and all of a sudden in the back we could hear chains. And it was like, what the fuck is that? So we went in the back, and you could hear, and I was sitting there going,
impression.
what the fuck is that? And so we had this cow ghost in the back of our store when I used to work there. Now, being an investigator,
hold on, Rolly.
Okay.
Put an addendum to that. Where GameStop is, where he used to work, used to be the old stockyard.
Yeah, it used to be the old stockyard. So they used to sell cows to die in places like that. Unless they're a milking cow, they basically, a stockyard. It's where they would sell cows, and basically
like
cows would get slaughtered.
Stuff? Okay.
Yeah, things like that. Yeah. Yeah. So, and then of course, after a while, we accepted that there was a cow ghost there, but then what we found out was the insulation by the door, if the wind would blow, it would make that noise. Oh. Now, we haven't explained what the chain rattle is yet, though. So, that's just how investigators go. But I still believe that there are cow ghosts there.
So although we were laughing, the answer to that question is yes. Somebody in this chat has heard a cow spirit go moo.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. No. Okay. Here's my challenge to that. If spirits know everything, couldn't that cow talk to us in English?
Who said spirits know everything?
Kelly?
Kelly's like, what?
Kelly's like, shit, I knew I should have been listening.
Kelly was half-ass listening. Kelly, what?
Yeah. She was the one, because the question I asked was, if I go down to Spain, or if I go across the pond to Spain, or go to Japan, or go down to South America, would the spirits speak in that language? And she said no. They would speak to you in English because there's a universal consciousness.
Collective consciousness, yeah.
I
did say
so
that.
A cow is a cow would be part of that collective consciousness. So wouldn't the cow talk to you and say, "Bitch, you cut me up. I'm going to haunt you"?
If I have a cow call me a bitch, I'm going to have a strongly worded conversation with them.
Okay, so that's my pushback, Kelly.
The last of my concerns is the fact that they're talking to me. We're going to have to address the fact they called me a bitch first.
Okay, disregard the bitch part.
Listen here, Sonny.
Yeah, I can see it.
I was happy to eat you,
Oh, if I had it, never mind.
I know where you were going with that. Okay, it's really bad when Roland gets both of the hosts laughing so hard that neither one of them can talk.
That's flying. Okay, guys, I think that on that note, why don't you guys throw out your social media to everybody listening? Where can they find you?
Oh my God, do they want to after all of this?
This was just a warm-up show. This was just to get to know them.
Oh my God! Yeah. Wait till they break out of their shell and stop being shy.
Right?
You can find us at Raven Rose Paranormal on Facebook. Instagram is Rave Rose Paranormal. We are currently working on a website. We are on YouTube under Raven Rose Paranormal. All of our contact info is on the Raven Rose Paranormal Facebook page, so that's how you can find us.
Next time,
there also is an open forum called Voices in the Dark, which is just basically it's just a chat room where people can go and exchange ideas and things like that, exchange events, and basically connect with everybody. It's on Facebook.
Facebook. Okay, I was going to say, which social network are we talking about here?
Yeah,
so that was spirits can get together. If you're into ghost cows, that's a great way to hook up.
I have no intention of hooking up with any cows anytime soon. Oh, Sam, you missed it. You missed it. Okay, so again, just to clarify. Oh, geez, guys. There's no show. There's no show tomorrow. Peggy Gypsy will be back April 20th. Join us Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Psychic Jen B and I will be talking all things metaphysical. What is a psychic? What is a medium? What is a psychic intuitive? What is the difference? That is the subject. So, should be interesting. You know me. You know me with my questions.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday, we have, I don't normally do this every week, but there's I'm doing it this week because Monday the 8th is Origins, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, 5:30 Pacific, right here on Paranormal Buzz Radio with Benji Gertis and Matthew Adele. And then we have no show. We have a show Tuesday, but I'm not sure who the guest is. But no show Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. It is mini vacation.
Woo woo!
So.
So just to do a quick plug on my side.
That was coming next.
You'd have gotten there. I'm psychic. See, I knew you were going there.
Yeah.
So next weekend, delicious. The 13th. Magically delicious. Oh my God. Do we need to share that story since that keeps coming up before I go into what's going on next weekend?
Oh, we never even actually said it, did we?
No, you'll comment on it. We've said it multiple times in chats and stuff. But if you just keep calling me magically delicious, people are going to get concerned about our relationship.
Or jealous, one or the other. I had a dream about Kelly, and Lord. It's like little clips of me like introducing her on the show or talking to her. It'd be like, "Have you heard of Kelly McCarville?" Just like 5 or 6 times. But every time after I would say Kelly McCarville, she's magically delicious in the Lucky Charms voice, I was adding to it. Every time I said her name, so it was Kelly McCarville. She's magically delicious. And like I said, I don't dream about people. So it was really, I said I would either really miss you or I was hungry. One or the other. I'm not sure which.
She was hungrily missing me.
There you go.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. It just keeps coming.
Yeah, go ahead, Kel.
So yeah, just randomly it keeps popping into my head every time I talk to Shay or something pops up that I see opposed to her. I'm like, magically delicious.
And it was in the Lucky Charms voice. The old one, not the new one.
Oh man. What was I'm like, what was I gonna say? So next weekend, the 13th and the 14th of April, is the Dubuque Psychic and Paranormal Expo. That's going to be at the Grand River Center in Dubuque. It's right on the Mississippi River. Gorgeous, gorgeous venue. 10 to 6 on Saturday, 10 to 5 on Sunday. We'll have 63 vendors, I believe. Psychics, mediums, Reiki, shamans, crystals, gems, sage, singing bowls, sound healing, haunted locations, paranormal teams, you name it. If it's psychic or paranormal, it's probably there. We've got some really cool people who are coming in. I mean, just to name one or two. I mean, so we've got Mr. Robert Baca, who is a phenomenal psychic medium. He'll be there. Dan Class is coming in from New York with the Haunted Hinsdale House. Mike Ricksecker and Shanna will be there representing Haunted Road Media. There'll be Aura Photography. So my guest next week on the Realm Walker is Robin Eaton, and her business is Soul Touched by Robin. So she's one of our vendors who will be doing Aura photos. So Dubuque, Iowa, next Saturday and Sunday, the 13th and 14th. We got to get Shay here sometime. Yes, and Mr. Dan Class is doing readings. Oh, and we decided on the show Wednesday night that with every reading that Dan Class does for you, he's going to give you a free book as well.
From the sounds of the show, though, Dan doesn't know this yet.
No, Dan does not know this yet.
Surprise!
Surprise, dude. It's all
yes, Roland. If I see her coming at me with a spoon, I'm going to run.
Oh, God.
Leaving quietly. Hell no, I'll be screaming like a little girl.
Oh, God.
All right, Miss Kelly, you want to do some shout-outs, the last shout-outs for me, or you want me to try? Even when I try, she has to finish because I can't scroll that far that back. back that far.
All right.
Next time I'm drinking because.
Wait, we weren't supposed to this time? Yeah.
Oh no,
That's what I did.
I should have. I should have known
better. We need to get John on a show, and we need to do another drunk show because I missed out on that, and that just seemed wrong.
Who?
All right. Didn't you and Jen do a drunk show where you guys were?
I think the network has done a couple, like the Halloween special. We might have all been drinking or something. One of the time.
Yeah, good times. Good times we were
playing drinking games. Yeah.
That'd be a blast.
Every time Sherry swore, this was back in October. Every time Sherry swore, we had to take a shot.
Oh, good Lord. You were drunk 10 minutes in?
Yeah. So, okay.
Okay, shout out.
You were right about the 40 minutes, by the way.
I'm psychic.
Oh, shit, you are, man.
All right, so shout outs to Mallory, Kim Purvis, Wolf, Mama Pat, Cynthia. This Cynthia lady's in there talking to people. Aaron, KPRS, Anna Marie, who I will see tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. Shay, the lovely Shay. We of course have Nick and Sue representing Short Bus Paranormal. And Roland, when he wasn't being sold, was in there.
Darren,
yeah.
say Darren.
I don't think I got to him yet. The beautiful Jen B. And then Mr. Darren ended up joining us. Glad he was able to find it. Somebody had to tell me to send you the link because, I don't always think ahead. I'm scrolling.
That's okay.
Miss Amy Bing.
Yes, that's right.
Love Miss Amy Bing. One of these days I will say her whole last name, but she's Amy Bing.
Bingenheimer.
Rich. I don't know that I've ever said her whole name. My first Darren. I think I said Darren. I think that's everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm awful sorry. There was an awful lot of chat tonight, which is
that's why we do it in the beginning and the end of the show, because you know me, I always feel bad. Like I miss Mama Pat and I almost cried.
Yeah. Not as much as she did.
So, I'm looking forward to doing more stuff with you guys, Cynthia and Roland. Seriously.
Oh, you know it.
Yes, thank you. You know a lot tonight, but this was a show of more getting to know you guys a little bit, and you guys are going to be around for a long time, and we have plenty of time for those serious talks, and I had a blast. I really did.
Same here. Thank you.
Girl, we did too.
We did. So I think I already did everything I was supposed to. Was I supposed to do anything else? I did my ornery shit.
Did I forget Nick? I thought I'd said Nick.
No, you said Nick and Sue representing Short Bus, and I went, whoop, whoop.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Nope, you got him.
I think we got everybody.
So, so everybody join us Sunday, Skeptic and the Psychic, 8 p.m. 7 Central, because I'm off for the week after that. So.
It's going to be so weird.
It is. I'll be in everybody else's show chats now just because I have nothing else to do.
There we go.
Because God forbid you just rest a little bit. I will yell at you if I see you working on those things.
All 3 shows. I was literally laying in bed. So, all right, guys. You 3 hold on a second. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. When we come back on the 19th, we have the one, the only Mr. James Anito. So
I'm excited about that one.
Yes, I can't wait to. I was going to say see him again, but I can't wait to get on air with him again. So, all right, guys, hold on.
Thank you, everybody. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening, and for all things Paranormal Buzz Radio related, check out our website at paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.